Welcome back to another episode of Treasure Hunting with Pirate. I, of course, am Pirate. This week, the holdover pennies from last week's video. We had last week a box of nickels and these pennies. Pull back the curtain a little bit. I'm recording and going through these immediately after the nickels. So that's why I haven't been to the bank to get more of them. They're the same. But we didn't get skunked on the nickel box, so we did a whole video on the nickels, focused on just the nickels, and we saved the pennies for a new video, which is what we're going to do today. There's $14.50, and then there's 50 cents in a roll that accidentally broke open, so I've got that off camera in a little tray. I'll go through that. But in addition to those rolls, we also have these two bags of loose change. The first bag here came from my dad. He supports all of my hobbies and thinks it's cool. Doesn't quite understand the draw of constantly going to the bank, taking out coins, searching them, re-rolling them, taking them back to the bank. So the whole coin roll hunting idea eludes him, but he gets the idea of going through pocket change and looking for fun coins. So he's just been setting aside not all of his pocket change. He knows I really like pennies, so he's been putting aside pennies, and when I went and saw him last weekend, he gave me that bag. In addition, I've got this bag in the back here. I found it in between videos as I was going through some of my coin collecting supplies, as I was bagging up and taking care of all the nickels that I found last video. I found that bag. I don't remember where it came from. It very well also could be a loose change bag from my dad that I never had a chance to go through. It could be a loose change bag from myself or Mrs. Pirate. Not quite sure, but we'll go through that as well. I'll do them separately. I will keep track of what I find copper-wise for each bag and the rolls here, and just for fun, just to see what that turns out to be. I also mentioned last week, I'm not nervous, but it is a little bit interesting to get hand-rolled pennies using the exact same roll that I use, and I know it's extremely common and it's found everywhere, but it just had me think, especially when it comes to pennies. I'm used to dumping coins off at a bank, a specific bank, a dump bank. The bank sends that out to the feds, Loomis or whoever they use for their services, to count the rolls and to machine roll them, what we get in the back here. But with the dynamic, or I should say the situation of the penny currently, where banks can't order more literally from the federal distribution centers and contracts. Again, there's no penny shortage. They're just refusing to circulate them. We didn't lose all the pennies. The pennies didn't magically disappear over the course of about 2 months now, since they've stopped really making the penny. It's been many months since they bought blanks, but they had to go through those. So it's only been about 2 months as of the recording of this video that the U.S. Mint and the Treasury Department stopped minting pennies. That's not enough time for them to suddenly be in a shortage and to send out all the coins. Not only is it not enough time to send out all of the 2025 pennies that have been minted, they have millions upon millions and billions of pennies at these distribution centers. All the coins that keep coming back to the banks go out to be counted, to be rolled, and they're just not distributing them. So it's not necessarily a shortage where all the pennies have disappeared. It's a lack of circulation. There's a break in the chain in that circulation, which is why it's getting so hard to get them. Long-winded way of saying, if they can't get them and they're not sending them back to be rolled, I'm dumping the coins at Bank A of a branch A, and then if it's not going out, does it just sit at that bank, or does the same bank institute send it out to other branches? With the break in the chain, am I more likely to get the same rolls that I've already hunted through and re-rolled myself? I'm not going to start signing or marking rolls. I thought about it as I was going through the nickels. I don't want to be that problem client at the bank who makes a teller go into their drawer, or worse, make them go into the coin vault at the branch, come out with pennies to give me, see my own mark, and then say, no, I don't want to take those. What I might consider doing in the future, if this does seem like I'm getting a lot of either my rolls back in my town or other people's dumps from coin roll hunting, I might start marking them, or I might buy a little stamp and stamp the coin rolls that I use, if only to not reject them from the teller. I'll take them, but then it saves me the time of not having to go through them. I can drive down the road and dump them at a bank without having to open them, search them, and re-roll them. So it's going to be interesting to see how this continues to evolve. We'll just have to see. But anyway, I'm going to go through and I'm going to coin roll hunt these bad boys, and we'll be back. And we're back. Just finished going through all those bags, all those rolls. Not a complete skunk run through, but small amount. We will start with the first bag that we went through. The first bag that is absolutely for sure pocket change for my dad. So the only significant coin from that bag was this wheat cent that we'll start with, and we'll go ahead and flip it over. It's gonna be a 1951 San Francisco. Nothing super remarkable, but a wheat nevertheless, so we'll take it away. Total amount was going to be, for copper, 142.2 grams of copper. The second bag was just copper, 99.9% copper. I think I found 2 zinc pennies. So maybe it was an old bag of coppers that I had been saving to look through, or just putting them aside before I got the giant water jug that I have now. Someday we'll go through that, look for varieties and errors. Those are completely unsearched, but that's for another video. But it was all copper. So for a total of copper count, it was 1,368.9 grams of copper. So quite a bit went into the jug. We also got 4 wheat pennies out of it. Makes me kind of wonder if it in fact was searched or unsearched. Yeah, I think if it would have been my bag of copper, I would have found the wheat cents and pulled them aside. So yeah, don't really know. Kind of a mystery bag. Don't really know where it came from. But we'll go from youngest to oldest. We got a 1956 Denver. None of these are going to be like super remarkable. These are going to be pretty common. They're in decent shape, so like anything, like any. Oh, wait a minute. Nope. I just flipped it weird. I thought for a second it might have been a rotated die, but we got a 1952 San Francisco. This one's going to be in a little rougher shape. It's going to be a 1946 Denver. And then the oldest in that bag, and the oldest from this entire find, pretty good shape for the year. It's going to be a 1937 Philadelphia. Not too shabby. The last, of course, is going to be those rolls that we had. Found this really beat up dime. We'll send that back out into the wild. Also a unique find, this really clean treasury coin. These are going to be from uncirculated sets. I don't think proof sets. I think if it was a proof set, it would be a different coin. This is just uncirculated, so someone busted that open for the coins. And then we got this unique one. This is going to be a 2019 D, but it's on a super... Look at the reverse real quick. It's on a super thick blank. I'm going to hold it up to one of the wheat cents from the other bags. The 2019 is on the left, the wheat cents on the right. It's a little off center just because I'm holding it between my fingers, but it's really thick. It's not just a deep strike coin. There's a significant ridge to the outside of this. Not quite sure what it is, but we'll pull it aside and hold on to it just in case. But that's going to do it for this video. Some fun finds. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more. Don't forget to check me out on my main channel on YouTube and the same handle on Twitch at Pirate Pound Town for video games, memes, and other pop culture. You can also check out my podcast, Treks and Tangents, at patreon.com/Treks and Tangents. Thanks so much. We'll see you next time.